Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Uh, so now I'm going to discuss about the land warfare doctrine of India 2018. First of all, if we look into the land warfare, so what is land warfare? Land warfare is actually, if we look into the basic definition of land warfare, so it is any type of combat or any type of war, which is also called a ground war, which is for which the battleground is the territory, for the battleground is the land, means the whole war is to be uh, uh, is to be played or to be fought there on the battleground or on the land. So this is the basic definition of land warfare. Land warfare is a very significant and a very basic stage or place in during the warfare strategies and the warfare doctrines, because we if we look into the history, so historically the naval war and the airspace war, which took importance after the 1940s. The naval war was about 2000 years ago, and similarly the cyber and space war is recently added to the warfare. But land warfare, from the first day when the war started, or the history of main started, the war ground was for the war, the battleground was just the land. So land warfare doctrine of India is just explaining and giving us the important propositions and the important basics of the land warfare, that how the India are prepared and how they have a very basics information regarding the land warfare. So here I'm going to discuss the land warfare doctrine. First of all, if we look into the India, so they have three types of threats regarding the land warfare. The first is the two states, their two neighbor states, which are the main propositions for to build up their capacity for the land warfare and to have a strategic and strong strategic strategies for the land warfare. The first is Pakistan. Pakistan, the historical and a very long uh, uh, history of war. And as we if we look into the Pakistan and India, the relationship are by the boundaries. They have a physical boundaries, they have physical territorial boundaries, and for physical territorial boundaries you must have a strong combat and a strong type of land warfare strategies and land warfare doctrine and land warfare policies. So uh, the next is the China. China is also a strong border with India, which is the longest boundary of India. So that's China is also have a border conflict with the India, and there the land warfare or the battleground war is so much of significant. Similarly, in India, there are certain groups which have there are certain insurgencies, like the Sikh insurgency for Khalistan movement, and also the northern India's different insurgencies. And the third thing is the terrorism. Is if we look into the Indian state, so there are like different groups. This group may be in the jihadi group, different Kashmir freedom fighters. All these are the terrorist groups which are significantly aiding to the threat to the Indian state. So for this reason, the Indian land warfare gain more and more significant and importance for its strategy. So here, if we uh, uh, define the land warfare doctrine, so it is actually it has actually different bases. We will describe it further, but the first base is the political diplomacy. So how it political diplomacy gain the importance, because as we know that for the it is the famous quote of Sun Tzu, that winning a war without fighting a war is better than winning 100 of wars. It means that if you have a strong strategic position, you have strong strategies, and you have a strong diplomatic tool, then it will be better for you, and then it will be easy for you to win any type of war. Then if we go into the land war, so the geostrategic location or the geography play the main role in this land warfare. So for geostrategic environment, there are two main proposition are the main two factors. The first is one is the environmental realities. So if we look into the environmental realities of India, so there are geopolitical realities and there are geoeconomic realities. The first one is geopolitical. Geopolitical is the power centers are the power structures, the different alliances, the resources, and the ecological threats, which are this time globally and in India arising. So if we look into the geopolitical different type of problem, so these geopolitical problem are in the type of their like the balance of power shifting in the South Asia and especially the Asia, the arising China, and then there are the Pakistan threat, and there are the political threat of the rising Afghanistan once again under the Taliban, and all these things are creating so much political tension for the India in the region. On the other side, the geoeconomic reason. As we know that this is the era of economy and where the whole war is based on the geoeconomy, and China, which is becoming the world largest market, India, which is the fourth largest growing economy of the world. So India has a much better battle for the economy, and they also have the largest growing economy at the market of their sustainable and their cheap labor, and also have a great capacity of population that are helping to um, that help in their market capacity and increasing their market capacity. Then if we go towards the second proposition, this is the future security challenges. So for India, there are two types of security challenges in the future. Number one is the non-state actors, and number two is the rivalries. And non-state actors, as already discussed, these are the in different insurgent group, and they are the terrorist group. And the rivalries are China and Pakistan, and these are the main security dilemma for the India. For the Indian sovereignty. So for this reason, they have a very significant move towards the land warfare doctrine, and this compelled them to in 2018 to give a very specific and a very important land warfare doctrine. Then if we go towards the current dynamics which are responsible for this different type of doctrines. So the first one is the line of control, then the internal security, and the last one is the deterrence. This land warfare is to create the line of control more safe and to reduce the threats, and they are to have an defensive and offensive approach toward the different threats that are there on the line of control. The second one is the internal security. For India, the internal security is more important than their external security, because as they are rising, there are so much fragmentation in the society, there are so much polarization in the society, and for this polarization, for this fragmentation, it is needed that you have to create integrity, and for integrity you need internal security, and for internal security you need some strong strategic land warfare doctrine. And the third one is the deterrence. India also have relating to a very strong nuclear possessing countries. So like Pakistan, China, and India, these three are on the border of each other, and these three have a nuclear capability. So for this, the India need a strong deterrence, and for this deterrence they are creating the land warfare doctrine. Now if we go towards the next point, so it is the main proponent of the Indian warfare doctrine that no war no peace. How we can relate it? uh, for India, sometimes it is necessary that they have all time, always they are in state of war. Like sometimes they are escalating war with the Pakistan on the boundary of Kashmir and Sialkot and all other regions. Similarly, in Ladakh, they are in continuous war with the China. There are ceasefire, and there are then fire and all these things. And similarly, they are in continuous operations against the insurgent groups in internal state, and they are also against the terrorist groups. So for this reason, they are believe that until and unless there are no war, there will be no peace, because these insurgent groups, these terrorist groups, and these two historical rivalries, there must be a type of war against them, so we are able to maintain the peace. Then I'm going toward the non-contact and hybrid warfare. India are also believe in the hybrid type of warfare, which are like the fifth generation wars are mostly are wholly solely based on the hybrid type of warfare. So that's why Indian army or this Indian warfare doctrine give us two main propositions for this hybrid type of warfare. The first one is the Indian army enhance their capacities in cyber, space, and information, because these three are the main tactics, or these three are the main factors for the hybrid type of warfare. And then the India also have threat of hybrid warfare. For this they have the information warfare domain and dealing with the internal security, because unless in you are familiar and you are have a hard type of security regarding your internal dynamics, and you have a strong control over the information flow, and you have a strong cyber type of security, then you are able to have a strong side in the hybrid warfare or in the non-contact warfare. Then if we go towards the next part of this doctrine, so it is enhancing domestic defense capability. India also is trying to enhance their domestic capability regarding the defense, and for this they have what doing, they have defense research, means they are researching in the defense and creating the new tactics and new strategies. They have a civil industries, these civil industries are in different form, they are just performing to have a strong side for the different land warfare. They have a latest weapon and equipment in order to dominate in the land war and into the ground and to the battleground, and they have domestic defense productivity. They have one of one of the largest part of their budget are going into the and are going to the and into the defense, and this the largest, and then in the defense the largest part is going into the land warfare, different tactics and strategies and policies and doctrines. The next thing is their military diplomacy. So their military diplomacy are also playing a very important part in their land warfare doctrine. There are three type of diplomacy they are following regarding the military. The first one is military to military cooperations. They have on the battleground, or they have on the ground reality, they have a very strong cooperative strategic partnership with different countries, with different armies, with different militaries, like with Israel, with Russia, with US, and all other countries, especially European and Australian countries. So with these countries they have a strong strategic partnership, military to military cooperation. The second thing is the coordination with nations. They have a strong coordination with different nations, like as I already discussed, with Russia, and then with Israel, and they have a strong weaponization, they have a strong type of agreements regarding the weapons and regarding the land warfare, different training and different season. And then the third one is the strategic partnership. They also have a strategic partnership with different states within the South Asia, within the Asia, and within the globe. And with this strategic partnership they have they are able to produce a different logistics and a different strategic positions in the world. Then if we go towards this important one, that is the capability development. So what is capability development? Capability development is actually then we have operational logistics. What is operational logistics? Strategic operational logistics is actually that how different logistics will be play important role in the different military operations. So for this, the first one is strategic sustenance capacity. All mode assist of transportation, including strategic road, rails, communication, airfield, and mounting bases, will be employed for enhancing capabilities for inter and intra tier switching of force and equipment. The second one is logistic planning. So what is logistic planning? Logistic planning is actually logistics plan will be tailor-made based on the operation invest in the specific tier. Consolidation of stock at various depots in the hinterland will be carried out, as well as the number of logistic echelon reviews. And the third one is unified logistic structure. The Indian Army will continue to work toward the formulation of modernized unified logistic structure under a single logistic as commander. Then if we come towards the nuclear environment, so India is in the strategic location, or India is in the geographical location where India, Pakistan, and China, the three important nuclear states, are rising here are falling here. So all these states have a very strong type of like Pakistan. India has a historic rivals with the Pakistan and also a border rivals with the China. And for this, the India need a complete deterrence. And for that deterrence, they are using their nuclear environment or their nuclear capabilities. So this is also the important part, the capability development. Means capability development means that how you have to be more able to have create your capability and develop your capabilities for the land warfare. So there are development of capacities and capabilities of development. Development of capacity means that you have to develop all of your capacities. This capacity means include your intelligence, your force, your power, your main power, and your the use of your equipments. And what are the field which are the four focus area of capacity development? Capability development means which areas are important to be developed. The first one is the force structure. Force structure means that your internal dynamics, your internal security, and your internal structure of the military is that much strong that they will have the capacity to have a dominancy in the land warfare. The second one is the human resource development. Human resource development means that you have to invest in your main power. You have to investment in your people, and with this will be a strong military education. This will be a strong military training, and this will be having a strong defensive techniques and tactics and strategies. The third one is the second echelon capability. It means that you have this much equipment or this much weapon that will have a strong role in the counter-terrorism and counter-insurgency insurgency like it is in India, and they have playing a very basic role. These will be like Assam rifles. Assam rifles are playing important role in this type of war. The third one is human machine teaming. Human machine teaming means that the coming time is of robotics. There will be robots, there will be artificial intelligence, there will be machine, and there will be all these things. So India have a very much focus to develop their domain in all these things like robots, machine, and all these things. And then when the land warfare will be will be switched toward these things toward this machining. So India will have a capability and having these things. And the fourth one is review of scaling. Review of scaling means that India will have a well established structure to review their military, having a well employed military, a well paying military, and will have a very professional military. And for this they are going to develop these. And then we have information warfare and land warfare. Today these days the information warfare is so much attached, or we can say that so much linked with the land warfare, because today the information warfare is playing an important role in the land warfare, and without information you doesn't be able to have a strong land warfare doctrine. So the first, cyber warfare. Cyber is these days the flow of information, and the flow of information is playing an important role in every type of war, especially in the land warfare. As you have a strong type of flow of information, you have strong security, cyber security, and you also strong cyber, you will have be more dominance in the lane warfare. Then is electronic warfare. This is the part of electronic media. This is the time of electronic flow of information, and the dominancy in this will also have a very strong type of perception building and a very strong type of propaganda building if you have dominancy in this warfare. The third one is psychological warfare. It is the time where you must have to dominate psychologically your opponent, and for this there is mass media, there is social media, through which we create different perception, different propaganda, and by this we have our psychological dominancy in India are aiding psychological development and psychological warfare to their doctrine. And then we have a space warfare. Space play an important role in the logistics, like how you have the movement of your military, then the use of your ballistic missiles, and have on land or on territory there the movement of the opponent military, means वो किस तरीके से कहाँ से आ रहा है, कहाँ से जा रहा है, सिमिलरली आपकी मूवमेंट किस तरफ होनी चाहिए, कहाँ पर जो है तो जोग्राफिकल लोकेशन के ऊपर पहाड़ है, कहाँ जंगल है, इन सब चीज़ों के लिए इस वक्त जो स्पेस वारफेयर है या जो स्पेस इंफॉर्मेशन है, जो स्पेस टेक्निक, दीज आर गेनिंग इंपॉर्टेंट. सो दिस इज़ ऑल अबाउट द इंडियन land warfare doctrine of 2018, and these are all the different strategies, the different tactics, and the different policies that India added to their land warfare in order to enhance, in order to make their land warfare more and more developed. Thank you so much.